Hello. Well, I thought I'd do a very quick video just to illustrate a few things that we can do for your business. And obviously, the revolution of AI has been with us now for a few years, and there's a huge amount of question about, well, how can that be applied into my business processes? I was at actually a car garage and my car was being serviced. And the lady who was getting the parts was using the system and just made a very off the mark, off the cuff remark saying, "Oh, honestly, why they name it like this when I know it like that?" And I said, "Okay, what does that mean then?" She said, "Well, we know it as a certain product, but the catalog knows it as something completely different." So it was an ABS, system that she needed, but it was known as a hydraulic pump on the system. Both the same thing, different names. And it took her quite a while for her to find the product. We're talking 5, 10 minutes at least until she found it, and then she'd get the details, etc. And I said to her, "How often do you have to do that on a regular basis?" She said, "Oh, every day, every single day." And so then I went on to say to her, "Well, so what you're saying to me is that how often is she give me a get?" And she said about 30% of my time is just trying to navigate the system that I don't actually have any control on, and I have to learn my way around it. And I said, "Okay, that's very interesting." And suddenly my brain started to work very quickly, and realized that there actually is a solution to this, and it's using AI. Obviously, ChatGPT is one of the best programs at the moment solutions out there. I've been trained with them, and I create a whole variety of different products. The solutions that are available to do this are complex, but absolutely are a game changer. So I'm going to just show you something which hopefully it gives you a bit more of an idea of what's maybe useful for what you do. Okay. All I care about is helping businesses to accelerate what they need to do to not waste their time doing stuff that they really, it's like, oh, for goodness sake, if only it was quicker. This will make it quicker. Okay. And what we're offering is essentially working with you to create bespoke products or solutions to get you to actually doing the things you need to be doing, as opposed to all the long adminning at things, which, well, let's just go there and see where we go from there. So let me just share my screen and we'll go from there. Okay, so you can see here I've created a thing called data directory, and it's the business is Giletto. I don't know. I found some random Excel sheets with their pricing list from 2009 or something like that. So it's completely out of date. Okay, but the data on it is absolutely enormous, and um, so I've created a GPT, a specific GPT. I've trained it in a whole different bunch of ways. And in so doing, I can actually help a person who are trying to extract specific details in a very quick way without them having to go through the whole of the database. Okay, so let's just put in there's a seed company. So let's just say flowers that um, uh, bloom. And we'll do that. Let's just see what happens there. This will immediately go and look into the directory that I've created. This is the training that I've put into this. And it will now analyzing all of the data. We're talking literally hundreds of thousands of information. And again, it's analyzing it. The speed of the processing is really down to the complexity of this. Okay. And then the results in itself, again, is what I've trained it. Sometimes I've asked it to say, okay, just give me the name of the product and the pricing, put it into bullets. So here we are. Immediately, what it's done, it's given me a list. So it's found six. You can browse them in the table. So let's go like this. So I've got the price list, flowering, flowering to, flowering from. So interesting. Hardiness, all of this data. there is actual fact, just tell you the number of listings that this has had to extract. I'll just get down because I'm just looking on the other screen. Is 3,785 rows. So the number of characters and cells, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of details. That here, where this becomes wonderful, it gives us the alphabet. It gives us all of the things about the restrictions because of all the categories that have been set in place, the price listing, the marketing name, common names, all these things. And so I could go directly to the company, and they can then simply say, "Oh yeah, no problem. This is what you need," and off we go. So the reason why I meant show this as an example is then you may have a number of administrative tasks that you need to actually do on a regular basis. You need it accurate, you need it fast, which means if you can reduce the amount of time that you're doing on these somewhat important but menial tasks, it means you can actually crack on with the things that actually make you money. Okay. So if you're interested in to find out more, the solutions we've got, they're really cost effective. They're not going to cost you the earth. Okay. What we're keen about is helping businesses just to be more agile. Okay. So there you are. Hopefully we can have a chat and work from there.